Fractionation to seduce women. When is the right time for the first sex? How long should you date before having sex? Control this question, and the result with the power of fractionation. So let's start to use fractionation to seduce women. Before we start, check out the link in the top right corner for a free masterclass about fractionation, pickup lines, etc. Sex is a big deal for a lot, but not so much so for others. And you are 100% entitled to your opinions and feelings. And as long as you're being safe, you do you. It is really no one else's concern how you answer how long should you date before having sex. But sadly there is still quite a bit of judgment that goes into having sex too soon or even waiting too long. Society has made it their mission to shame women no matter their decisions about sex, but that should not impact your choice. What does sex mean? Sex has a biological definition, but to you it can mean anything. It can be a way to burn calories, have fun, trust someone else with your body, or to fully connect with someone you love. But as sex means something different to everyone, depending on what you're looking for from this relationship, waiting may be the answer for you. But then again, it may not. What does having sex mean? In regards to dating, sex can mean that you are exclusive or hope you are. Unfortunately, it can also mean you're too easy in someone's eyes. Just as not having sex can mean that you're a prude. Although those assumptions are archaic and quite a bit sexist, they do exist. And even if a man doesn't judge you for whenever you decide to have sex, how you feel about it matters. Maybe you have sex and break up down the line. You might regret having slept with him. Even how you feel immediately after could make you question your own behavior. Sex may be a somewhat simple act, but everything that surrounds it tends to be complicated. Thinking about your future feelings may help you make a choice now. But on the other hand, overthinking could do more than put the situation into perspective. It could throw you off and make you hesitate every time. There needs to be a balance of rationalization and passion. How long should you date before having sex? Avoiding sex on the first date tends to be a pretty good move for the most part. Sometimes our urges get the best of us, but if you're looking for a long-term relationship and take sex to mean something more than a physical act, first date sex can lead to a lot of questions. Not only could this lead to a one-night stand and you feeling a bit used, but it can be less than safe to go home with someone you may have just met. So, even though having first date sex can feel freeing and wild, keep in mind that sex may be sex, but it can also come with baggage. When should you talk about it first? Definitely. Whether it is a first date, 3 months in, or a month into an engagement, making sure you're on the same page before having sex is necessary. It is a good rule of thumb that if you don't feel comfortable talking about sex with this person, you probably won't be comfortable actually having sex with them. So have a simple chat. The most important part is to make sure everything you're doing is consensual. From there you can discuss safety, past partners, and even preferences. 2 Is waiting bad? Never. If you want to wait a week, 5 dates, or until marriage, that is your decision and yours alone. No one should pressure you or make you feel wrong or weird about that choice. Not your partner, not your family, and certainly not your priest. And besides that, waiting has its benefits. Not only does sex tend to be better the longer you wait, it can show you're more serious about some of the other aspects of dating, not just the physical bits. 3 Is there a go-to timetable? Some people may say date number 5. Others may say a month. Personally, I like to go with 3-6 months because that tends to be how long it takes for me to trust someone. But it is really whatever feels good to you. The best way to measure how long you should date before having sex is when you feel you trust this person. Sex and trust go hand in hand. You're trusting this person enough to put your body in their hands and that they are indeed single, so take that as a green light. 4 Is there such thing as waiting too long? No. As long as it is what you feel comfortable with, wait as long as you like. But if you're waiting to prove a point, show you're not easy, or for some other reason that really isn't you, it can get awkward. Not just that, But waiting a long time can also put a lot of pressure on the sex to be great. The first time you have sex with someone new, it can be good, but most likely you're both getting comfortable with each other and figuring things out. So don't rush into it or do it just to get it over with, but waiting can put the pressure on. 5. What if you want to wait and he doesn't? Dump him. If you explain to him that you're not ready and hope he'll wait for you, and he is still putting the pressure on you or tries to say you don't have to be exclusive because you're not giving him what he needs, he is not worth your time. You're better off with someone who respects your decisions, especially the ones about your body. 6. Is it bad not to wait to have sex? Once again, no. If you want to have sex sooner rather than later, that is your choice, as well as your partner's. Just be sure you both know what it means to you. You can't take back sex. So, make sure you're both on the same page. Sex is only as big of a deal as you make it. If it means something to you personally or don't, it is up to you. 7. There are no right or wrong answers. I apologize. This probably is not the answer you were looking for when you stumbled upon this feature. But it is the truth. Sex is about you and your choices. It is not about anyone else's expectations, judgments, or standards. See what feels good to you in the moment, in the relationship, and with that person, because that is what matters. Dating for months, years, or hours before having sex is no one's business but your own and your potential lovers. Whatever you decide to do, know that sex is just sex at the end of the day. It doesn't define you, your future, or anything. If you've asked yourself, how long should you date before having sex, you already know the answer. When it comes down to it, it is about you, your partner, and your feelings in the moment. I am pretty sure you have followed the lines of pickup artists etc. in the past. And these lines sometimes might work, but more often they won't. You know why? You don't feel authentic while telling them. And women can literally smell this. So the biggest disadvantage of our regular lines and tricks is, they don't make women obsessed and literally enslave them in a positive way. But no problem, if you want to learn how to become a high-status man that naturally says the right things and use the deadliest pickup line in an authentic way to make the women obsessed for you, just click the link at the end of the video, put in your email and Jason will send you the masterclass video for free. Don't know how long it will be available,